and welcome to Die Rollin. I'm the ever-excitable Adam.
And I'm Alex. Ahoy!
Oh, here we go. I don't need to edit this time. We're here to play Skull Tales Full Sail. And previously we've done the adventure phase about 2-3 months ago or something like that. We played that.
Yeah,
a while ago now.
A while ago now.
And then we played the port phase last week or the week after. So a week or two ago, maybe?
So you said a week ago or the week after, so that would have been today. Now. We played it about a week or two ago, yeah.
About 2 weeks ago. So a fortnight ago, maybe.
We did the admin phase.
We did the admin phase, and then we are now at the Voyage phase, which this is a bit more involved, and by a bit, I mean a lot more involved. We're going to have a quick go before we actually start filming this.
And you need to explain the rules to me as well, because...
So yes, there's a lot going on here. I have played the Voyage phase in the first edition. There's some drastic changes, so I'm going to be rusty. We're probably going to make some mistakes, and we probably will house roll some stuff as well. So join us at the table as we play Skull Tales Full Sail. So here we are, Alex, back at the table for Skull Tales the Voyage phase.
Voyage phase.
Now, before we begin this, you've got some reading to do in your best pirate accent. So it's been a while since we've actually played the adventure phase, and Alex has kind of forgotten the entire plot of this. So we're going to just have a little read of Chapter 2, Alex.
Chapter 2, Darkness Awakens. Diary of Captain Wolfe Jones. Never in my life had I laid eyes on so much gold and jewels in one place. This must be the greatest adventure in history. And that's why I am restless. The governor will not let this one slip. Surely his henchmen must already be looking for me. I feel they will not be the only threat. The brethren of the coast is in turmoil as internal disputes to see who rises to power worsen. I'm afraid my old associates will be replaced, and the new people in charge will be too ambitious for their own good. And for the pirate code, right now, I only have 2 people I can trust. I decided to burn the old map, the one that leads to the island where my treasure is buried, under the watchful eye of the crypt's guardian. But before that, I shared its location with my most loyal confidence. However, each of us only knows a fragment of the map. That way, if any of us is taken prisoner, we would not be able to find the island by ourselves. To seal the pact, we have exchanged a few personal items. As for my part of the map, it'll stay with me until I turn to dust.
So, we are trying to find the body of Wolfe Jones. Now, the body of Wolfe Jones is being taken to one of the British-controlled islands where it will be displayed as a warning to other pirates. We only have a few rumours and a lot of different routes to follow. So Alex and I have tried to do the Voyage phase, and this is a notoriously difficult part of Skull Tales Full Sail because the rules, as written, they're not in a very well-structured manner, and also some of the rules in the printing I have are actually missing completely. So I've kind of gone between looking online at a PDF and also going back to the rulebook. But we played we played a day of this basically.
Yeah.
And we got to the point where we've played enough of this to know kind of what we're doing.
Yeah.
So the general idea of a Voyage phase, guys, is you're trying to find the location of the island. In this case, the location of Wolfe Jones's body. Now, one of the British-controlled isles is going to be one of these 4 things here. Now, even though we are filming this, I could have actually stacked these in a particular way so we knew which one we were going to, but I didn't. So these are all randomized. We have no idea where they're going to go.
As will be abundantly clear when I start giving orders. I have no idea.
We have got a couple of things to quickly go over here. So first of all, this is our ship here. Now in the actual game, there are some really funky miniatures you can have and paint up. But from above, they're probably not looking amazing. So we're just choosing to use the tokens that come with the game. They don't look great from the side or above, I imagine, but they're better than,
they're clear on camera.
Yeah, like if you got 2 of these, you can't really tell from above which one's which. So that's what we're going for. We've got our goods tokens over here, which are face down. We've got our sea events cards over here. Over here, we have a lot going on. So we have got our day tracker, so our time tracker. The time's going to move after each kind of round until it gets all the way around to nighttime and then back again. Now, nighttime, I believe, has some effect, but I couldn't see what it does in the rules, so that might come clear when we have event cards come out, or we might actually get that wrong. we will get some of this wrong. I'm telling you from the offset. This is the morale track. So every time this goes down, we get one step closer to the crew getting fed up with us and kicking us off. We've got our trust track here, which we've got Jack over here, and we've got Christine, the captain's daughter. Not this captain, the previous captain, the one we're trying to find the body of. And basically, my role in this is trying to get myself high up enough on here that I can cause a mutiny, but also try to find my dad's body. And Alex has got to try and make sure he's kind of above where I am. The problem for Alex is very hard for him to gain trust.
Very
because no one trusts the captain. No one. We have got a hold down here. We've got a hold value of 7. These little numbers down here basically dictate about speed. We'll get into that when we're doing that. But we've got 2 rum, we've got 3 supplies, and we've got 4 cannons because we would have had 3, but Alex bought an additional one during our
port phase,
the admin phase. We have 3 sails. We've got 4 crew who are currently underneath our guys here, and you might not be able to tell who's who from above, so we're just going to have to say who's who as we're doing them. So, without further ado, let's begin the Voyage phase. Cool, so the first thing that happens in a Voyage phase is we're going to be moving the time, but we don't do that on the very first round. Instead, we're going to add the filth token to the board. So over here, we have a little kind of little area there, and Alex is going to place some filth on it. And if that ever gets past the 3rd notch on there, then morale's going to start going because people are on a stinky boat. We've done that?
Done that.
Next thing, we're going to assign where the crew goes. Starting with the captain, we decide where people are going.
Well, the obvious choice for me would be to, in fact, go to the bridge.
The quarterdeck.
The quarterdeck.
So in the quarterdeck, it's a pretty cool place because if you're in there, then you use your charisma value, which is the little star up here. And when the captain wants to assign a crew to places, he's using whoever's charisma is in here, +1, to basically give that many orders. So at the moment, he can do an order of 4. So you've got 4 orders to give.
4 orders to give.
But before you get to do that, the captain's daughter is going to move to the forecastle. The forecastle is pretty good because I can essentially try and figure out which one of these 4 unrevealed goals is where we're wanting to go. So that's me. So next is going to be the lookout, who is Alex's
now the lookout
ally.
Great character. Now it would be in my best interest at some point to actually have the lookout in the crow's nest, but at the moment we're not inside of anything. So as we need various characters in certain places, it makes absolute sense to send him to the helm.
So if you don't have anyone at the helm, then you cannot move, so it's a good place to go. And with that in mind, I think it's a good idea to try and speed us up. So I'm going to move one of my guys into a sails. So Alex has got 4 command points to spend, and these are our crew here, so he can place them anywhere he wishes.
Right, okay, let's move 1 to boost speed, 1 to clean up or repair if anything happens to the ship. Let's send 1 to the guns. That leaves us 1 spare, who I think, what would you say, more crew for repairs and things like that. What would you do?
I'd go speed.
You go speed?
Speed, we want to zoom it.
Let's do it then.
It's worth remembering from our last time, Alex picked up a captain's assignment, which is on target. The governor has launched a new ship that has become the terror of pirates. Faster than any other vessel and led by a veteran crew, place a cutter, which is this thing down here, on island L. The ship always move 1 extra space, and their BE always hits with 4 to 6. Sink or capture the cutter. So yeah, that BE is boarding, I believe, something to do with boarding. So yeah, they're pretty tough, and they are aggressive, so they're gonna be hunting us down. So if we manage to destroy this, Alex is going to gain 15
prestige.
Thank you. I was going to say notoriety, and then I was going to say destiny. That the 2 things it isn't. And then if we don't do it, then he's going to lose 10 of those precious prestige. So that's worth noting. I'm going to put that there so we kind of remember it's a thing. And the cutter is over here. That's all their stats, and we'll get to that when we get to that. What do you want to do, Captain? So you've already used the helm, not the helm, the quarterdeck to move people places.
I have. Right, let's try and move the ship then.
Okay, so we need to move the crew who are currently in the sails, in the riggings. So they move on one space. They get to have 3 activations before they get exhausted. We weren't sure whether they get 2 activations, but we're playing they get 3. So what we're doing is I get to roll 1 dice because I'm in there. Alex is rolling 2 dice because he has 2 crew in there. But before we do that, we have to roll for the guy who's on the helm. So you get 1 for the lookout who's on the helm. And we've got a 4. Now, the value we're trying to beat is whatever kind of level we are in the hold. So at the moment, we're on the kind of yellow level, which means we have to get 3 or more on our dice. So we got 1 success from that guy. And because he got a success, he gets to move his trust up 1. Now, it doesn't specifically state in the rules whether allies, you get the trust from the allies or not. But we're just going to play that we do.
We're going to play what we do, just...
Yeah. So I'm going to roll next to see if I get success in here. I do not.
Damn. Okay.
So 1 speed at the moment, and the 2 crew are going. Alex needs to get 6 and a 3, so he only gets 1 because we need to beat that value there. So we got a speed of 2 at the moment.
Okay.
Are you heading straight for the...
Straight for the ship.
It's a strafe as well. Right, next we're going to go to the forecastle. Is that all right, Captain?
Yeah, forecast.
All right,
So,
for the forecastle, you are using a... we're doing a cartography here. I'm rolling 4 dice for this, and I get to add a +1 to my results. And what I need to get is, I need to get
what do you
5 or more. 5 or more.
5 or more.
And I get +1 to all of these. And for every success I get 1 trust, and I get to place a rum token on one of the unrevealed gold tokens. Which gold token would you like me to look for? Somewhere close, somewhere far away.
Let's go for this one.
That one, okay. Because we did it last time, it wasn't that
last one. So, yeah.
Okay, so I get a +1 to all of these. So I get a 6, a 6, and a 5. Now, I believe that's successful because it has to be that or above. I got 3 successes, which means I get to place 3 rum tokens, which means we get to reveal a location straight away. So, is this goal 1? This is goal 4. It is not on that island. You're welcome. And I get 3 Liz Truss. Right, who hasn't activated yet? So you got some guys in the cannons.
Guys in the cannons.
Nothing to shoot at. And you've got 1 guy in the middle. What's he up to?
Well, he could clean up the filth. So that's exactly what he's
But you're still on the ship. Okay, so he's cleaned off. The filth is gone, which is fantastic. We now go to the event phase. Now, Alex's character has a special ability where once per day, he can discard an event card drawn. And when we were playing this earlier, he discarded one because we didn't understand what it was asking us to do.
The card, and we were like, we didn't really care to know either, so we just get rid of it. So,
read the top.
Whale. You catch sight of a whale, which may be a good source of supplies and booty.
Supplies!
The crew is excited to start a whale hunt. Put the whale in play.
Here he is.
If the whale isn't active, it moves 4 spaces in the direction of the clock is pointing.
Oh, the clock's pointing that way.
It is.
That's interesting. So, I just have to have a quick look at where you generate enemies. So, generate sea enemies. During daytime, an enemy appears 3 spaces away from the pirate ship in the direction of the clock is pointing. So, our whale, the clock is pointing that way. So, 1, 2, 3. He's over there. So, we got a whale, and he should be facing us, right? Because he's going to be aggressive. Well, actually, he might not be aggressive, Alex. That's very
presumptuous.
Yeah, very presumptuous of you.
I never said it was aggressive.
You did. I heard you. You went, it's aggressive. If a whale is inactive, it moves 4 spaces in the direction the clock is pointing. Right. There he is. So if you defeat him, you get some decent, get some supplies. But is he aggressive or the whale cannot be boarded? Neutral. It does not move unless attacked. When it receives an impact, it becomes aggressive when tried. So that's just sitting there, waiting for us to do something with it. So he's not active. He's just I'm going to put him over there. He's just chilling out. That's gone.
So basically, kill a whale, you get stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Skulltails, the ethical game.
So please roll the dice for this dastardly character. Always moves 1 space regardless, and you're trying to get over. You need 4 to 6 to move. So that's where he's going.
Nice.
Right, next, my friend, we all have to go back into the crew quarters. Apart from the crew, they stay where they are, but all the characters go, and we're moving the time on 1. Filth happens. If the filth was already on the board, then we'd increase it by 1, but now it just
comes back.
goes back.
Like that mold on my ceiling.
And speaking of mold, it is your turn to place yourself.
Well, I'm obviously going to do the logical thing just to get some more movement.
How many? I'm going back up to here.
Yeah.
Forecastle.
I think it might be a good idea to send this guy.
Should we just do the same again, Captain?
Let's just do the same again.
We only had 3 cells. Can I suggest, Captain, we head that? Should I do the cartography first and see if I can find out where this thing is?
Go on, you do the cartography, yeah. No, I reckon I know what it is. There.
Well, I only get 1 success, so where would you like me to put it up there, Captain? We aim for this one.
I was going to aim for that one, but yeah.
If I put it up there, and we can rule it out or find out that is where it actually is. So that's my character's activation. I get 1 trust for doing that because you're trusting me for all of that jazz.
Okay. Right. Let's
sail. Right.
What are we going for? What would you like to go for? Should
You're the captain.
Should we go for gold? Or because I really want to get that ship. I really want it.
I don't want to fight. I want to run.
Then do we go for the whale?
Definitely not the whale. Let's leave the whale alone. He's got like 10 hit points. He's got speeds of 3.
Yeah. Maybe just for now we go for the gold. So let's sail.
Okay, so you want to do the helm first. So that's for your lookout, and you want to get a 4 or more, isn't it?
And I failed.
So there's 1 failure for that. Roll 2 for the crew, and I'm rolling 1 for my guy. Yep, I get that.
Oh.
Okay, so I get a success. Let's trust up by 1. So we have got speed of 2.
Great.
Go on, Cam.
Just what we need.
I'm proud of you. And then you've got your guy on the guns, who's suddenly moved away. Did you want? By the way, the captain can move him to somewhere else if you wanted to, or you're happy with him on the cannons. You never know what events are coming out, I guess.
Yeah, I'm happy with him on the cannons at the moment. The one thing I do want to get rid of is the filth. So
yeah, go for it.
Let's do that.
Swap the deck. Right, event phase.
Here we go. Reefs. While navigating the coast, your ship crashes against some reefs. If the ship is on a coastal path...
Space, which it is.
I did think about that on the move. I thought, you know what, let's risk it. And this has just happened. If the ship is on a coastal reef, the hull receives 2 impacts. If there was someone in the crow's nest, they may attempt
a perception roll. Ignore the event, gain 2 trust, or the clock also advances 2 space and you lose 2. So instead we take 2 damage to the hold.
Yeah.
Which is fine, we still got the rum. It's alright, Captain.
Why is the rum?
Okay, so I'm going to roll dice for the cutter now. Because this guy's doesn't bother. But this guy's after our pirate hide. And is failing miserably. Because we need to get 4s or 6s. So he moves 1 space. So I guess he's going to turn 1.
Why would he turn?
Because otherwise he'd have to go that way. And it makes sense he's going that way.
Okay.
Then he can...
Okay. I see you.
He's worried about the reefs as well.
I see your logic.
Right, everyone back into the crew quarters. Time moves on and filth goes back onto that ever dirty deck.
Right.
I feel like we're flying by this time, Alex. We've got a bit more of a grasp on this.
Well,
we're probably playing completely wrong.
You know what I'm doing.
Do you know where I'm going? I'm just going to go up here again.
Not the most creative, but you know what? I think it's the most efficient. It works. It's like the 18.
That's it. Yep.
Right. You moved my guy in.
Oh, well, if you're going to move it there, no, of course I'll go.
Right.
Do you want to spend any of your command points, which you currently have 4 of, to move any of the crew, or do a repair, or what would you like to do? Sorry, you have to move crew, and then you could do repairs if you wanted to do that, or you could move a crew. Well, yeah, the only place you can move a crew at the moment is back into there, or
yeah. What I'm thinking is, because these guys are going to have to heal after the next round anyway. So what I'm thinking is move this guy in here.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? Let's exhaust this guy and get rid of this. And we're obviously gonna sail.
So we got 3 exhausted crew.
3 exhausted crew.
Which is fine because I think we're making good time, Cam.
I think we're making good time as well. Exactly how I
Right, so you want to roll for your helm?
Come on, 4 more.
Come on, look out, you got this.
Hey.
Boom, right, add a trust.
Oh wow, finally.
We got a speed. That's your second trust. I don't know what you're talking about. That's 2 for your crew, and this is for me. I got 6, so of course I get another. So we're gonna move the speed of 3, Alex. We are zooming, mate. Okay, sticking close to the coast. That's okay, I'm gonna use my cartography ability. 2 successes, so that's 2 trust. You ready?
Yeah.
3, that is not it.
Good.
Oh, it could be. Right, so we're now on to an event, my friend.
Royal Navy. From the coast, a few boats commanded by redcoats set course for your ship. If the ship is on a coastal space, boarding combat starts. Otherwise, ignore this event.
Well, it looks like we're going to get to do boarding. Okay, so we're not sure about this card. So the card is basically saying that we're doing a boarding combat starts. Now the thing is, for boarding combat, apparently you have to place people onto the gunwale, which isn't even a place on this board. It's a separate board you have to put them onto. Now we don't have anyone there, so the rules say if there are no crew or characters assigned to the gunwale, the enemy rolls for attack normally, then the captain allocates impacts along the crew assigned to different ship locations. Characters cannot be wounded this way. It then says to resolve boarding combat, use the boarding board. But because we don't actually have anyone on the boarding board, I don't know. We're just going to play it that they're going to roll 3 dice, 5 or 6 applies damage to our crew, and then we're going to end it there.
Yeah.
So I'll roll 3 dice, 5 or 6s, it does damage to us, and then we have to roll a dice, and if we get 1, it'll be to these people, 2 to 3 will be these people, 4 to 6 any crew in there.
Yeah.
1, 5, and that has got one of these guys is now in the sick bay.
Let's make it one of the guys that needed to, because that's how I roll.
And then we're ending it there. That may not have been what that card intended to happen, but that's as much sense as I can make from it. So we're now having this guy's moving. Nope, he's not. He gets to move one. And now the time moves on. The crew go back into, well, the characters and allies go back into the crew quarters.
And the filth goes back on.
Someone to actually get that guy out of sickbay, we have to have somebody in the middle of the deck perform an assist action.
Okay.
Right, so it's now. Choose where you're going then, Captain.
Well, there's my usual place. Got an idea as well.
Okay.
So in this move, we're not going to move. I think this should be about healing.
Yeah, we're far away enough that we don't have to worry about that. And your lookout could use their lookout ability to see if that is the gold token.
Exactly what I was thinking,
so
actually.
Where would you like me, Captain?
I think, why don't you go in the middle and heal this guy?
Do you want both my guys to be doing stuff in the middle, or do you want one of my... Because I could use my cartography to check, but I guess we're going to see what this is anyway, right?
Till down, that will reveal what
so there's no point. So,
no point.
okay,
so
let's move her into there.
Yep.
This guy into there as well.
And this guy into the crow's nest. Now, my special ability is going to add 1 die when rolling at the crow's nest.
Cool.
Also, you can place enemies 1 space closer to or further away from your ship and gain an additional space when sighting island tokens. So
you're using your perception, which is 4.
Mm-hmm.
So you're rolling 4 dice. Sorry, I have all the dice hidden away over this side of the table. And you need to get... It doesn't tell you on there what you need to get. Spotting. So characters can only take a spot action if there is an unreal gold token within a distance equal to or less than their perception. So you don't even have to roll. You basically just spot it.
Okay.
Flip it over.
Oh!
It's not where we need to go. Well, process of elimination means that one's going to be a number 5 and I didn't actually put the 1 in there. Right? That'd be fantastic. Okay, so at least we know that. You've climbed up and gone, Captain, this is the wrong place. We're following dead man rumors.
And basically, he says, you're fired. Also, I think we need to,
You got 4 command points. You're the captain. What are you up to?
I'm going to move.
Did you move the filth on? Or did it get removed?
It got put on.
Okay, perfect, yeah.
So I'm going to 1, 2.
Into there?
Into there to heal. I'm going to use one of these to get rid of this. And I got the 1 point I've got left. I can't really use for anything else, can I?
No, but hold on to it because last time with the boarding action thing said you could use command points and so I guess hold on to it.
Hold on to that 1 extra point.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay.
We might find that you actually do get to keep command points over the course of rounds, but I don't know if you do.
Okay.
I don't know. Right. Okay, so we wanted to assist, right? Wanted to get that guy out of where he was. Okay, so I can make an intelligence 4 roll. If I get 2 successes, I gain 1 stress and 1 knocked out crew or character is fully healed. Okay, so I'm going to try. I've got 4 for brains with my captain's daughter, so she needs to get 2 successes. 4 or more.
1, 2, 3, 3.
So I get 2 successes, 1 trust. I back out. And then I guess my cabin boy can repair?
I guess,
right?
Yeah.
Would you like me to repair?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so repairing, intelligence. I get a +1 to my results when I'm repairing. He's only got intelligence of 2 though. I need 2 successes to repair.
And you did
Oh,
it!
sweet! Boom. Trust. Yeah, check me out.
Now, my concern is you gaining all the trust because, yeah, it's great you're on the same crew and everything, but I'm thinking this is another trust closer to a mutiny. In fact, to be quite honest, I might even suggest a mutiny myself. Right.
That's the end, right? We've done everything?
We have, now it's the event phase.
The dreaded event phase where we know the rules until the next card comes out.
Downpour. A rainstorm is a good opportunity to stockpile drinking water. Increase filth once and lose 2.
2 flag? What is flag?
What is flag? If there is someone on the main deck, which there is, in fact there's 3 guys on the main deck.
Flag? Yeah, sorry, please continue, Alex.
If there is someone on the main deck, they may attempt a agility roll, agility 5 roll. Reduce filth and 1 supply token to your hold.
Well, my little buddy, the cabin boy, is very fast, so let's give it a go. Not fast enough. Is it just 1 character?
If there is someone on the main deck, they may attempt. There's 3 people on the deck.
So can I attempt as well?
I would say so.
Add 1 supplies token to your hold and gain 1 thingy. So, tell me when.
When?
Textiles?
Perfect.
1 trust. You're right, Alex, it's fine. Flag.
What is flag?
Also, paper guys, if you know what flag is, I'm now going to just look through here to see if I can find what flag
It's either
is.
flag or an upside down golf club. Not sure which one. I'd say flag.
It's definitely a flag.
Definitely a flag.
Now this could have been, yeah, I don't know. Right, Alex, if you wouldn't mind doing the enemy's turn.
The enemy's turn, of course. Right, so what we got here? 2, right?
Let me one space.
Yeah. Well, that one space is going to be them turning, so...
I think it's morale. It makes sense if it's morale, right? Like it's a downpour.
Yeah, I guess
It's
so.
represented by a pirate flag.
But is morale not a different symbol? It's a bit of a random symbol to have as a...
I've looked through this entire document and have not seen a single flag in here as a little icon. But I think it's morale because they keep saying morale, but there's no symbol for morale. Everything else has a symbol.
Morale. So what? Do we lose morale?
So we lose 2 morale.
So that goes down 2. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense because it's a
makes
downpour,
sense.
right? Like, and filth's increasing, but then it wasn't.
Now that's a good point. The filth increases. Does this go back on?
No, because then I decrease the filth.
Of course.
Yep, I've gone from the front to the back and have not seen a single flag icon in here. So that's the end of the round then. Alex, if you want to move the time on.
It's night time.
Oh.
And move our characters back to whence they came.
So did you increase the filth?
No, I did not. Well
Filth
remembered.
increases.
There we go. Right. Obvious both.
Yeah, I think we just need to get there as quickly as possible, right?
Yeah.
So, oh, sorry. Let's go put both these guys up here.
Okay, now I need to assign
You got 4 command points.
So let's go 1 there. And I'm going to put 2 on the gun deck this time. I've got a feeling.
Oh, the ship should have lost 3 morale because we got one of our crew defeated.
3 morale.
Yeah.
Okay. In fact, I've just realised you can only put 1 person on the gun deck, can't you?
You can only put 1 crew member on.
Crew
there.
member,
Yeah, characters
okay.
you have more.
Okay, in which case I'm going to stick this one on to the main deck. Right. So let's. We've got to get the gold, haven't we? So let's go for the gold. Right.
Right,
So
we're ready for battle
you get,
stations now.
Yeah, you get to roll for each of yours for speed. But then, yeah.
Okay, right. So you're you first because you're in the driving seat. So I keep moving all the dice away from you. Nice. Right, and then I've got 2 dice to roll. Nice. And then you got 1. Speed of 4, ladies and gentlemen. So
Wow. 1, 2. Oh.
okay. And you get 1 trust. I get 2. Right, what are you crew up to?
Okay, I'm going to spend 1 of these to get rid of the filth. Not that that matters much at this
Are
point.
we fully repaired? I think we're there, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so.
So we still have 1 to repair.
Okay. In fact, yeah, 1 of these can yeah. Let's do a repair.
So now you've got to roll dice for that.
Okay.
So put that back. Just double checking what the captain does for a repair. Just roll 1 dice and you get a 5 or more.
Damn.
Please don't roll over. I don't know where they were. There?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were there. Try to avoid rolling on the token space. Is that the end of our go, Alex? I think we're ready for an event. I'm never ready for these events. Shark-infested waters. Sharks are known to frequent these waters, and the crew starts to grow restless, lose 3 morale. If there is someone on the quarterdeck,
Which there is.
yes, they may attempt a charisma 5 roll. So,
No, I'm just putting that out there. I could potentially discard this card.
did you move? Oh, did you move the time or not? You did, didn't you?
I did.
You already you haven't discarded a card,
I haven't
have you?
discarded the card
So you could get rid of that if you want to.
Let's do that then.
You're
because
worried about
otherwise-
morale.
Of course I am. Of
Worried
course
about
I
that
am.
morale is.
It's close enough as it is to mutiny, so...
Okay, so now we roll for this guy to move. So he's got 2 dice to roll. He is doing a bad job. But he's slowly getting there. There's a novice captain in charge. If you want to move on to 6 now, put the filth back on, get us back into where we belong in the crew quarters.
Right, ready to rumble?
Yeah, where are you off to? Well, at this point, I think it's the same again, right?
Of course it's going to be the same again.
So we're now getting to the cards which are actually reducing morale, because we haven't seen any of this stuff. And that has to be morale, right?
It has
getting
to
restless.
be, yeah.
Okay, so are you assigning the crew anywhere else? Are you happy with that?
No, that's fine.
Okay,
That's all good.
right. So roll 1 for your helmsman. Nice. 1 trust. It's my guys.
Nice.
2 trust. Speed of 3, and then for your lonely crewman. Did you move the crewman on last time? Because he did actually activate, and he's
This
still
guy?
on. Yeah, he should be on at least yellow, right?
I didn't think we moved anywhere in the last one.
Oh no, we didn't.
Because we were...
Yeah. No,
If
we
I'm-
did. We did move.
Okay.
So he should have gone. And then yeah, now do it again because he's activating this round. Beautiful. So we've got speed of 4, Alex. Run away. And just remember to pick that up when you're moving this way.
Of
Otherwise
course,
you're going
of
to push it all
course.
over the place. Right, so it's night time. Things aren't looking great for us. Well, they're looking fine, aren't they? What is your crew members doing?
Okay, let's get that deck cleaned up. And yeah, that's all we can do for now.
Okay.
I suppose we could try and repair.
Oh, just to remind you, because it's the first time you played this phase, at any point you can spend a rum token to roll a d6, increase the morale by that many. But yeah, you also need to spend a rum token every day, otherwise morale goes down.
What, at this point? So
at any point you can spend one of those tokens to
Yeah.
roll a d6 and increase the flag by that number. But once we get round to the next day, which will be where it's a 1,
yeah,
you have to spend one of them or the morale's going to go down. So
Every time?
Yeah, every time you do a day, you've got to spend one of those rum tokens or the morale goes down drastically.
so every day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you may not want to use those unless you think we can get there in a day. If you're
You know
really
what?
worried I'm going
You know what? I'm going to use one.
I'm worried I'm
use
gonna
one now.
mutiny.
I am.
You know me, I'm a cooperative guy. Roll the dice then. 4, so it goes up by 4. This is me just thinking that's what it does. Just double checking now, but I'm fairly certain you can do that at any point. If at any point the captain may spend a rum token to roll 1d6 and increase morale by that many points.
Okay.
Right, so that was... The event phase is done, or is it done? It's not done, is it?
I thought we did. No, we haven't. We haven't done that.
So,
no.
the event phase.
Sea abominations. Strange underwater beings start boarding your ship. Boarding. Combat ability 2. When boarding combat ends, increase filth once. If there is someone on the crow's nest, they may attempt a perception 5 roll. The captain may place 1 crew on the gunwale. Gain 1 trust.
So basically, because we don't have anybody on the gunwale, this boarding, we're just going to roll 2 dice 4 and 6, they do damage.
Okay.
That's just how we're playing this because that's what I understand it's asking us to do. So they got 1 hit, and that's going to go to one of these guys is now knocked out, and you lose 3 morale. And then we roll for this, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Now he's after us, Alex. 1, 2, 3. And guess what?
He's
He
attacking.
can attack. So he's rolling 4 dice. He needs 4 to 6 to hit.
Ouch.
Right, Captain, you need to roll 3 dice, and that's where the damage is going. Two on the hold, 1 on the crew. So you're getting rid of one of your crew members. Let me just double check about that. But 2 in the hold, definitely.
2 in the hold, yeah.
Yeah.
So we've lost our cotton.
Whatever that was is gone. And also our... no, they're not dead. Impact on crew. Immediately knock out. A crew member is immediately knocked out, moving to the crew's quarter. So you choose one of the crew. And there. Move on to the crew's quarter.
Surely it'd be better to move him
Should
to
be
the
sick bay.
Sick bay, yeah.
Put him in sick bay, I think. It says crew quarters here, so move him to crew quarters. Board and combat. So that must be in crew's quarters as well. That seems fucking ridiculous, but you basically lose 3 morale for that anyway. Every time someone's knocked out.
So 3 morale for each one.
That was from a previous turn.
Okay, so
You just lose 3 morale. Yeah.
jeez.
Okay, so that was... Time moves on. It's a new day, Alex. You need to give everyone a drink of rum.
Okay, so rum.
No, you don't roll on dice. It just stops it from going down. That's it.
Oh,
You just discard it.
okay.
Right, move everyone back. Fill token back.
This is looking bleak. Yeah, they've got Move everyone back.
No, just the
I was
crew.
gonna say. Right. I'm still captain, so same old place.
Right. Yeah, let's just try and get the. What do you want? Are you wanting to attack this guy?
I want to get to that treasure.
Right, so
because
we're getting out of dodge, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now do you want to assign people with your command points? You got 4 command points.
Yeah, let's assign people. Right. 1, 2. Oh yeah. I need to go on the board as well. So.
Right.
Okay.
So you've done that. Before we move, Captain, do you want to attack with the guy in the guns?
That's a good point. A good call. Yeah. Let's do that.
So move him 1-1. You're rolling 4 dice. You need to hit 2 or more, I believe, because that's the. See, I don't know what these 2 figures mean, Alex.
No.
And it doesn't really help me in here, but let's just read what it says about this, just in case anyone is querying this. The ship's firepower is equal to the number of cannons in the hold. The ship may fire its cannons against an enemy if they're within 2 spaces. To fire the cannons on the pirate ship, a crew member must be assigned to the gun deck. If it's a crew, the captain rolls dice equal to the amount of cannons. So you're rolling 4 dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we need or more?
Each result higher than the enemy's speed rating, which is 2. Yeah. Each one higher than 2 does 1 hit. So you hit it 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to roll to see which ones, where it actually hits.
Okay.
So you
one
hit
at a time.
You can do them all at the same time. So, sails took a damage, and then you got the hold twice. So you got 6 hold left.
Okay.
We moving?
Yeah, we're moving. We're moving.
Helms guy.
That literally dropped out of my hand.
I wasn't sure that was going to go anywhere. We need two or more anyway. Well, sorry, 3 or more to actually do this. Sorry. Okay, and then 1 more for the crew. Okay, so you got 3 speed, Alex. Where are you off to? Nice. Okay. It is facing right at us. If you get a speed of 3, that thing's going to board us.
Why?
Because it can ram us.
I suppose. Right. So
You got 2 crew. Oh, that's everything, right?
that's everything, yeah.
Oh, this guy's not done anything.
Okay. Let's do attempt to repair.
Roll a dice, get 5 or more. That's the 3, so it doesn't work.
Okay.
So we get an event. Ship ahoy!
With the voice of the lookout still ringing, even the lowliest cabin boy rushes to the railing to watch the silhouette of those sails on the horizon. If there are no enemy ships on board, hey,
What's the next bit?
if there is already an enemy ship on the board, it immediately gets an additional activation.
So this guy gets to activate. But you can cancel it with your ability because we're on the 2nd day if you want to.
It's only the first hour though.
Okay.
Things are looking pretty bleak right now, so I'm thinking, because they're so bleak right now, they're going to be quite bleak in an hour or 2. So I'm going to save that. And
Okay,
we'll
extra activation, so he's rolling 2 dice. He's only rolling 1 dice, but he gets one additional anyway, so he does definitely moves 1 space. Okay, so there is that, and now it's his actual turn. 2 spaces, and he's attacking with his cannons, which unfortunately he still has 4 of. 4 or 6s do damage.
Oh, okay.
4 hits. So the first hits. Oh, sugar. That was there. So 5 is going to be one of on the hold. Do you know what? I lied to you. We should have got rid of supplies, not rum, to stop that going down. So if you wanted to have used that rum, to increase the morale, let's just replay that. So you can roll the dice to increase the morale by a bit if you like. 1.
Great.
Okay, so that was the first hit. Second hit, the hold. Third hit. One of our crew members. So we lose 3 morale. And we're saying they're going into the crew quarters.
Oh, yeah.
And finally, sail, so it takes out a crew.
Oh, dear.
Right, on to the next.
The next hour. Yeah. Right. Okay. So.
Did you add the filth?
No. Because my problems are enough as it is. I'm sorry if I forgot the film.
Okay, so Captain.
This may possibly be one of my last acts as captain, but I'm going to cling on to my power a little bit longer.
No, I could have done a mutiny, but I 100% don't want to because I'm just so I just want to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Because essentially, if we get taken out now, we go to a new adventure. But we're basically marooned on an island and have to get a new vessel.
Yeah.
So this has been
my personal concern is this. Because we've got no chance. I'm going to lose 10 prestige.
10 prestige. But what you need to know is anything we have on the trust track at the end of this, you get in prestige.
So basically, I could potentially earn nothing.
You could earn it. Yeah, you could.
Yes,
I'm going to get 16.
But
but that's what it's like being a captain. You've got responsibilities.
Yeah.
Sucks.
I never asked for this.
Okay, I think it's probably a really good idea to
Yeah.
just speed us the hell out of here.
Yeah, I agree.
Where's he going? Helm?
Of course, yeah.
And then your C points to...
So we can restore these guys, right?
Yeah.
So, 1...
Here's a question. Do you even want that guy on the cannons anymore? Do you want to just put him on one guy in repairing? Oh, thing is, you can't put anyone else on repairing.
Why not?
You can have 2 people on repair, but that isn't a space for crew. So I tell you what, if I go there, you move your crew over there.
Yeah, let's do that.
Right. So let's do a repair first, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to try, so repairing, if you're a grown-up, is intelligence, which he's only got 2, but he gets a +1. And he needs 2 successes, 4 or more. Well,
there you go, 1.
he didn't do anything there, I'm afraid.
Never mind. Okay.
Crew though.
Let's try the crew.
Don't worry about filth.
Nah, screw the filth.
So you're rolling 2 dice, 5 or more repairs. Oh, you got 1 repair. That's good.
Cool. Let's try the other one. Ooh.
I just thought when we got the sales, did that actually decrease our sales? I don't think it does, but it might have done. Sorry, give me a second. So sorry, we've only got 2 sales now.
Okay.
So I'll put on lookout. Maybe that will help.
Mm-hmm.
So increase your morale by 3 because we wouldn't have had a knocked out crew member.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. So, am I doing another repair? Let's do another repair.
Well, you did both your repairs because you rolled 2 dice. So they're the repairs. So you repaired 1, which is good. We got a little bit of leeway.
Right. Okay. So,
Speed of 3.
speed of 3.
So that's for your helm. Okay, that's 1 at least, and then 2 dice for your. Yeah, 1 trust. Yeah. And 2 dice for your crew. Perfect. So you got speeds of 3. Okay, that's good because he's got to turn a corner to get to us. There's nothing I can do from the lookout position. I can spot.
Oh, yeah, you can.
I found it. And I get a trust for that because I found it. You're welcome. Right, event time.
The plague. The plague. The plague. A group of pirates has been infected. A group of pirates has been infected by a contagious disease that could infect the whole crew. Remove 1 crew or apply the following
Infinity effect. During the travel round, roll 1 die. 1 to 2, knock out 1 crew. 3 to 4, random character gets 1 thing. 5 to 6, nothing happens. Or you could just get rid of it with your magic powers. With your charm crafting.
Let's do this. Let's just get rid of it.
Right,
Let's just
so
get it
here
out
he
of
goes.
my sight.
He's coming after us at speeds of 1. So he's going to... Time moves on.
Right.
Well, there's not many other places I can go really, so I'm going to go to the helm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, shall we repair first?
Repair first.
So I've got 2 of these. I need 2 successes. And it needs to be 4 or more, so I fail.
Oh dear.
Roll those 2 for your crew.
Did I moved that thinking that was... Were you rolling for that as well?
I was just rolling for me.
Very fiddly.
You know, you need to get 5. 5s in both of them.
Okay, well, I failed.
Right, helm. Let's see if I can help us speed along. I need 3 or more and I failed. Right, please get at least 2 or 1 space off of actually getting there. Okay, so Is that right, Cam?
Yep, that is perfect.
We get an event now.
Cracks! Out of nowhere, powerful wind gusts put our sails to the test. We must hurry to prevent any important damage to ropes, lanyards and sails. All characters at the rigging, crow's nest or main deck must make an agility 5 roll or get a...
Right, I'm on the main deck.
Right, now I'm on the crow's nest. Add 1 die when rolling at the crow's nest.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to go for mine first. So I've got my agility for this chap. You got 1-5, so he's fine. Then I guess everyone's on the main deck, right? Or are we not on the main? We're not on the main deck there, are we?
Deck, no.
So those guys, that's one there. Then you've got to roll for your chap for agility.
Just
you get an additional dice.
Add 1 die when rolling at the crow's nest.
There you go, 4 dice.
So, 4 dice. And they'll all be 1s.
Could all be 4s. You did it. You're fine.
Yes.
Okay. Right, now we're going to roll for our cutter. Now, interestingly, the first time I played this in the Voyage phase, in the first edition, we had a Spanish galleon come out, and the first thing we did is we went straight for it, because like treasure ship, right?
Yeah.
Had like 6 cannons. We were blown out of the waters. So the very first game I played this, I actually did fail in the phase. Okay, time moves on, Alex. Time moves on.
Right. And
Filth.
so does the filth.
The filth moves on as well.
Right.
Just get to the island.
Oh, hang
right?
on. I didn't move these down, did I?
Move them down then, mate. What are you playing at?
I thought I did. Right, let's get to the island. Right, so...
Do you know, I'm actually going to put her there and him there. She might have a better chance of repairing this thing.
I'm going to get this guy manning the guns. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Okay, right. So
hang on. Yeah.
I'm going to do repair first. She's got 4 dice for this.
Okay.
She gets, for every 2 successes, she gets to repair something. She got 1 success, with 2 successes there, so she gets to repair 1. So we're going to move this up by 1. Gives a bit of breathing room at least.
Yeah.
And I get a trust, which gives me a bit of breathing room. And then...
when you get to 20, you become captain. Nice.
Okay, so shall I roll for helm?
Yeah, go on, roll.
Or do you want to do anything else for this? Do you want to get these guys to do repairing? Makes sense, right?
I'll have to expend both of them, but yeah.
It's fine. We just have to move 1 space, Alex, and we've, you know, we're gonna just get 0 on rolls now and just.
Of course, that's
just
how
be
it works.
floating there.
Right, so what do I need for this?
5s on
fives
either of them.
On either of them. Yeah.
Okay, right. Here's the helms guy. Wish me luck. Right, roll 2 dice for the crew, and hopefully one of them's better than I am. There.
Just one of them. Just one of them.
We need 3.
Oh, okay. I thought we needed. Of course, yeah. Right.
And so ends our cursed voyage phase.
Yes, voyage.
So that was a voyage phase, and I just wanted to note, we technically shouldn't have finished the voyage phase at that point, because the rules state that you cannot, you can only finish the voyage phase if you've been sunk or captured, or you get to that goal token, but there are no active enemies on the board, which is bonkers. It is bonkers, unless we've been playing this like completely wrong, which could be.
Could very well be.
The boarding phase makes no sense to me.
It didn't make a lot of sense to me, to be fair. In fact, 0 sense to me. I won't lie.
I get you've got this. So we didn't get it out, but you've got this boarding thing here, right? But you can only use this if you have people. According to my interpretation of the rules, you can only use this if you have people on the gun wall, and we never had people on the gun wall. Unless the gun wall is literally the side of the ship. Answers on the bottom of the postcard, please, guys, because we honestly don't know. So we had several boarding actions, like 2 of them. I didn't quite understand what we were doing there, so we just went with, oh, you have to roll the dice, and 5s and 6s or whatever said in the card, that would happen.
We're kind of trying to make it an educated guess, really.
Yeah, it was an educated guess, because it was
quite unclear. It certainly was to me. It was quite unclear, sort of how to proceed and how to make certain maneuvers. It was difficult.
Going into this, I was aware that the voyage phase gets a lot of flack for this game because it's, like you said, a bit unclear about what you're supposed to be doing at points. And I kind of feel like this definitely it's got a lot of potential, this phase. Like, I like the idea of like moving people around a ship and you're, kind of going around the islands and stuff. That's pretty cool. There's all this other stuff we can do now, which we didn't even touch on. Like, you can bury treasure on islands and stuff. I didn't mention that to
How? How is that possible?
But
you
yes.
need treasure first.
But yeah, like the events just seem to be just awful events. But anyway, that's me just kind of waffling on about the complexity of this. Let's talk about your first impressions of the Voyage phase, because you're coming at it from a completely different phase, because you're coming at it as a captain. And from playing the first version of this, I know that the captain is essentially just trying to keep hold of their power, and everyone is gunning for them. So you've got to worry about your crew, and you've also got to worry about everything else on the board.
Yeah.
So it's pretty stressful. So Alex, what were your opinions on the Voyage phase as a phase in its own right, and also as a captain?
Okay, so the Voyage phase itself it kind of felt like it should have been more enjoyable and fun than it was. I found it very hard work. I found it very complex with the rules. I found it very challenging, and also I know I've made this excuse before, but I felt it more so with this game than other games where I felt completely disabled. I couldn't do a lot. I really felt like you were getting trust points really easily. I was struggling. It was every effort just to get one. I felt completely crippled by this card I had.
The captain's adventure card.
It's basically obliterate the cutter, or you lose 10 prestige, which I have done. So I've come up with a lot less than I gained.
Well, you lost 4 prestige points.
Yeah, but you gained 16. I lost 10, and I lost. Well, you know what I'm saying. But I found it very, especially for someone who's like a casual gamer, I found it quite difficult, and especially playing as a captain, I found it very overwhelming.
So it took the wind out of your sails.
It took the wind out of my sails, yeah. I found it I just found it overall difficult. I think if I played it a few more times, that might ease off me, but so someone who's new to this game, it's very overwhelming.
It's a very different game compared to the rest of it as well, right?
It didn't feel like the same game. It felt like a completely different game altogether. It's...
You do get though with like dungeon crawling games that you have like an overworld kind of phase, and normally it's very different to the actual dungeon crawling element.
Yeah.
So Skull Tales is a very unique game because there are no other that I'm aware of pirate dungeon crawlers. You've got the adventure phase, which is more like things you're used to doing, moving around and fighting like with miniatures and stuff. And then you've got the port phase, which until you've played probably 3 of these chapters, it's pretty redundant. Like you got this card, this assignment card, and actually for our first outing, it was pretty tough to do that because that cutter just seemed to be like have a lot of
unsinkable.
The thing is, I think if we'd boarded that, we might have actually been able to do it. But we didn't understand enough about the boarding action from what was written in the rule book to know what to do.
I also found it very slow, like the actual movement of the ship, for example. We didn't really move that far. We circumnavigated one island. That was it. We didn't go very far at all, and it's kind of like, well, it's a shame because there's all that space. I'd love to have explored it more, and I just felt it's so slow.
And I don't know whether that's trying to balance it, trying to like kind of slow you down and stuff. But it did seem weird that we were, like I said, we could have been playing that wrong. But from our interpretation of the rules here, it was very much, you just have to beat the number that's on there, and you're rolling whatever's in your cargo hold. You have to beat that number, and you're only rolling for whoever's on the helm and however many sails you have. So at max in this game, you could move 5 spaces. 5 spaces? No, up to 8, because that goes up to 7. So 8 spaces, that you would zoom around with 8. But when you think about it though, with the islands, the kind of size they are, like if you were moving like 6 spaces, that is quite a far away in an hour, because it's broken up by hours, isn't it? So moving like 3 in an hour, maybe that's realistic, Alex. Maybe. From my perspective, I quite enjoy the phase in the sense that there's a lot of potential for this, but it's just, yeah, the boarding action, I think I'm going to have to house rule that basically whenever you're boarded, you just assign crew here.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you'd never get to this board. Because why would you ever put crew in the gun war?
Exactly.
Unless we were intending to ram it. Anyway, there's lots of questions with strategy on this. We're not quite sure what we were doing at points in this particular phase. Has this phase soured the game to you, or
no, it hasn't soured it at all. Because I'm aware that you go back to the port phase and the other phases as well. It's just I just found it very overwhelming. So I think I'll probably just need to get used to this phase a little bit more. Because I can see the potential for me to actually really thoroughly enjoy it. It's just I found it very difficult. That was all. It's
well, the combat in this seemed really tough.
Yeah, but it's what I kind of felt like I've gone from a sort of hero to zero, like in it, like that first phase. I didn't think I was doing very well at, but then I did quite well with the prestige points. And the port phase was a little bit dull, but still kind of like I can see it building towards something. But this phase just kind of didn't sour, but it does feel like I feel deflated.
Yeah, and like as a captain in this, everything is against you in it. Like,
yeah.
Whereas on my perspective, I was like, great, well, I'm getting trust points. And I knew that was going to get me prestige points going forward, and you use prestige points to like level up and stuff. So from my perspective, it's pretty good. We were playing it slightly wrong where we were moving trust points up for our allies. We should have had an additional character on there for the allies. But yeah, the rules for this just need working over. I think if someone spends some time, go back over the rules, revisit this phase, it could be quite good. But at the moment, it's quite difficult, and just going against a cutter seemed really tough, and it just kind of makes me think, well, what
And I'll be honest as well,
we could have easily been sunk in that very first adventure.
We could have been. I'd even forgotten I had this card from the last phase. I'd forgotten that in 2 weeks. I've forgotten, and I looked at that when you set it up, and I thought, oh no, that's. I was trying to see the positive. I was trying to think, okay, we can do this. We can do this with pirates. But then I thought, no. As soon as we went up against it, I thought, no, I can't. Impossible.
Yeah, like if we'd got the board, if we figured out the boarding action, then maybe we could have gone straight for it and just boarded it and destroyed it and then gone off. But yeah, it's tricky because like you could have even. I mean, imagine if we'd taken out the cutter and they were one step away from getting to that to island. We draw a card that says, oh, there's a new pirate ship out there and it's active, and then. We then couldn't go to the adventure. We'd have to then go and destroy that ship.
Yeah.
And then, so yeah, it's tough. It's a tough game. Yeah. Anything else to say about it?
The aesthetics were great. No, I didn't. Don't get me wrong. I didn't dislike this game. I just found it overwhelming. I keep saying that word, overwhelming, but that's the best way to describe it. I do feel pretty deflated. I kind of want to play it. I do want to carry on playing it, obviously, but I do feel that I kind of, when you play a game, you kind of want to feel like you've enjoyed something, you want to have gone through an experience. But I now feel like, how am I going to win this?
And next we'll be on to Shadows of Brimstone and again, absolutely trolling.
The thing is, I've played games where we've kind of lost, but we've lost epically. It's been quite fun to lose. Like this one just felt. I took it personally. I think I'm taking it personally.
It's when the ship got very close and just took us to a ton of damage to us, and we were just very close to just losing all of our cannons. Sunk. Yeah. So that was the Skulltails Voyage phase. Because we definitely did, if we made mistakes you are aware of, then please put them in the comments below, because so many people struggle with this Voyage phase, and we would love to be able to give you a definitive version of this Voyage phase. Because we definitely got bits wrong. Like I say,
I most likely did. So.
Well, you were only getting stuff wrong because I was telling you the wrong thing, I guess. And I was going through this rule book, which leaves a lot to be desired. But yeah. So anyway, if you do see mistakes, please let us know in the comments below. And yeah, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok as well. Until next time, guys.
Stay safe or die rolling.
You know, I actually forgot. I went, oh, what did I say again?